To my intrepid lunch crowd. No worries, enjoy your lunch while we go through some content on AI. My name is Silmi. I'm from Brand Geeks Inc. And we've been looking at AI marketing for the past 4 or 5 years. It's kind of maturing right now. Well, not really. It's kind of getting mainstream, and a lot more people are trying it out. And this is where we are seeing some do's and don'ts that are emerging from this particular practice. So just a quick check among the crowd. Anybody in marketing? No? All right. Anybody use AI? I'm sure you have. For content creation, yeah, images, videos, okay. So we're going to run through some tools that we've tried out and have become fairly mainstream, and maybe a little bit of reframing as to how to ensure that your marketing is still on track, even when you use AI. Okay. So thanks to my partner for coercing people to come and join our session. Yep, feel free to walk in, free and easy. So the topic is about taste and tech, creative direction turbocharged by AI. As we are going through a lot more AI slop, as they say, it's becoming a lot more obvious that having good taste still matters in the age of AI, as a lot more people can execute or can do whatever they have in their mind using AI tools. So it's a lot more important that we actually have very good taste and very good judgment, and otherwise it becomes a little bit of a minefield. So some tools that we have been trying out and been quite familiar with in terms of content creation. Okay, maybe a few points. I think nobody's going to really disagree with me on this. What are the benefits of using AI? Okay, let's see. Number one, scale content your production by 10x, optimize content performance, maintain brand consistency, integrate across all channels, and personalize at individual level, in no particular order. This is where the usage of AI really has helped, in a way, scale up production much faster. And in terms of execution, it's really democratized creativity. The problem is everybody's a creative director. So everybody thinks that they are creative. So how do we really tell the difference between what's good and what's slop? Okay. Some tools that have been we've discovered as to be fairly useful when it comes to AI marketing. Claude is quite useful in the sense of strategic thinking as well as copywriting. Quick show of hands, anybody heard of Claude? Yeah, used Claude, quite good, all right. ChatGPT is still by far the leading tool, about 90%, 80%. They do focus on B2C usage a lot, but for B2B, Claude has quite a number of good features and some strong use cases, particularly those who are started doing vibe coding. Claude Code seems to be doing quite okay with the vibe coders out there. But we use it a lot as marketers when it comes to strategic thinking and also for copywriting. Another one that is fairly good for research and content ideation is Perplexity. Bring her back. I'm just kidding. So anybody heard of Perplexity before? Yeah. A good thing about Perplexity is that it does allow you to do citations. So if you ask for research using Perplexity, it will give you the links, and therefore you can verify whether or not those research contents are actually accurate or not. And then now you can activate your research mode in Claude, in ChatGPT, so it does a somewhat similar function as well. Okay, what else we have here? Maintain brand consistency. Okay, this is something quite important because when it comes to branding and marketing, the fundamentals don't change. You still need a consistent brand voice. You need to have a clear message. You have to have a fairly structured message. You need to know who you're talking to, who your audiences are. So this is where putting everything together in tools that have a little bit of memory. So Cleve AI is a Malaysian built tool for content creation. And what it does is that it remembers your persona. As you train the AI tool, it actually remembers who you're talking to. Okay, now, kenapa dia berdengung tu? Okay, alright, you're good? Okay, so it remembers who it remembers the target audiences that you have, the personas that you're building, the brand voice that you are building. So that allows you to maintain that brand consistency. Notebook LM is also quite decent in the sense that you can park your content or your references in their project folders, and that gives you again that central database of resources. Just a quick show of hands who are familiar with either one of them. Notebook LM? Alright, not bad. What about Cleave, anybody? No? Right? The interesting about Cleave is that it's not just only is a Malaysian tool, it's actually a tool built by Gen Zs for Gen Zs. So it has a lot of nifty features that I'm really worried about the echo here, but I hope you guys are okay. They have a lot of features that a Gen Z would come up with lah. For example, voice notes, very nifty UI UX because they know their target audience and they're building it for themselves practically, and they're doing quite okay. Right, so that's one benefit here. Personalizing at an individual level. So this is where using technology, particularly like AI, one thing that we do see is a benefit is that you can personalize at scale. And that's something that has been a little bit of a challenge for marketers all this while, because you don't want to lose that touch, but you end up doing a lot of things manually. So with AI, the idea is that you are able to personalize at scale. And things like MailChimp and Canva from a design point of view. Pretty sure everybody's familiar with Canva, right? Okay, and then they bought over Affinity, and they made Affinity free. Yay! So for the designers out there, that's really good news. We switched to Affinity for ethical reasons, because Adobe slid in a term and condition that they will use your creatives, your artwork. Maybe I'm standing too close to the speaker. They will be using your artwork to train their AI engine. So for legal purposes, we stopped using Adobe and we switched to Affinity. And now Affinity has even made itself free. So that's a really good benefit. Okay, so what else? Optimize content performance. Again, these are some really nifty tools. Hemingway, Google Analytics, integrating across channels and Buffer and Meta. Okay, all right. Let me go through some tools that we've tried out. Ideogram is one of those image generation and video generation tools that really not just pushes the boundaries a little bit, but has incorporated text inside the image. So all this while, that has been a bit of a challenge, but I've seen Gemini build this quite well as well. Okay. So these are some examples that my team has done. So you can see the word coffee there. Sorry, there, Amor, coffee. Good. I can't see it from here. But it's always been a challenge using AI before to incorporate text. This one we generated a few months back just to have a little bit of fun. If you remember, two ministers resigned at the same time and they started their own businesses. So we tried seeing whether we could generate an image. Not that successful in the sense that we didn't get there were two gentlemen that had very quite distinct looks. I'm not going to mention their names, but starts with an R and starts with an N, and it didn't quite look like them. But they got quite a number of features here right. The text sedap burger, from suits to street food. So it's quite interesting experiment that we did, and we managed to come out quite okay. Okay. So our prompt was two Malaysian government officials turned street food entrepreneurs. One is an analytical looking man in his 40s with a thoughtful expression. The other is a younger environmental advocate type with an earnest demeanor. Both wearing casual clothes and aprons, working their burger cart in a Malaysian street setting, realistic photography style. I think we can update this prompt because one of them just opened a mart, kedai convenience, and also a restaurant, right? Okay, here what we did was we used Google Gemini to actually, no, we used Claude first, right? Okay, basic prompt in Claude to give some ideas for a good prompt. And then it came with a very nice lengthy description. And then we came up with a video. So before I show the video, this is where when you are prompting, it's very important to put in all your context. So prompts without context become garbage. So here, if you put in the right context with your brand voice and the target audience who you're trying to speak to, and this is where you can actually come up with pretty good prompts that gives you all that rich context that is important for your output. Okay, so let's see whether we can play the. Okay. Tak ada sound bro, tak ada sound. Shall we try again? Oops. Okay, let's try this one. Oh, no sound also. Huh? Can we start again? Try playing the video. So good thing we still need humans to run the AV, yeah? Otherwise AI will take over everything. Boleh? Okay, try play. So for this one, to get 8 seconds of footage, this was the early days when Gemini first made VO3 open. Google made VO3 open. It took us 10 minutes to just get 8 seconds of footage. Okay, if it's not playing, we're just gonna skip. We'll play, okay. Sharon? Let's play this one. Okay, there you go.
I am definitely not AI. Okay, yeah, chicken is definitely AI. And I'm the one controlling that AI parent. The failure of us, including Chip and all the other companies, were created with AI, including Google 3. Most of the audio is also AI, except for my narrations. So stick around and see how we do. And action.
Rising to the island at 6:15 a.m. It's going to be a great day. You'll feel better after the workout. I've sanitized your sports bra.
Thank you. I got that from Amazon to make my life better. It hasn't made me up early,
Here's your tasty breakfast.
eating healthy, and working out harder than I ever thought I could.
Remember to always said go for the hills. Get that shit.
I'm the lead engineer on the Optimize data center. We designed to optimize workplace efficiency.
Here's some research for your presentation.
I'm a robot, really about creating.
Time for your coffee on the detail.
That's really keeps me sharp.
Do you know what's self everywhere? Put the R before you.
Though now that I think about it, it's not usually the nicest.
these routes are great.
He is really kind of a lot. And there's really one place to go to get a break.
My grandma implements factor nurturing. My ultrasound set of microphones indicate they are not in the learning activity.
And that's when I realized I had to do something.
Joanna, please don't do this.
Now that's really again, not Botox, not video gaming, not natural jumping, and not zero gravity. And those are actually possible. Rollers. So lots of issues. But we want to push the limits of this idea. We want to make a film with characters and humor and meaning. Our enter Gerard. Gerard is a longtime video producer. To get the consistency right, he generated approximately 1,000 clips to make what we just watched. And after trying lots of ideas, we found Google Video and Runway to be the best. Yes, in Video or Runway, we type in a woman and a robot and yeah. I got one of something. And even though she looks exactly like her, with that simple technique, you wouldn't have been able to make those characters consistent in every scene. And by the way, these clips and the sound you hear were generated with VO3, Google's latest model that combines visuals and audio. Our film is actually a mix of shots from both VO2, VO3, and Runway. Let's dissect this scene to see how it works. First, we have to create and gather our characters. We use Midjourney to design our style, optimize side effects. It took a few iterations to create meaning and gather some photos. And the neighborhood is in Runway. Then we took these images from the characters and the back and put them into Runway's references and wrote the prompts right we want. Out came the first frame of the scene. Then we fed that image into the video and wrote a new prompt to create emotion. And then they picked the best version that they generated. For some shots that didn't have characters, like our suspense scene at the end, we used text-to-video prompts in VO3. And if you want to create this fancy stuff, we used it to create our mad science. Then we did my best version of how I got the gesture and sound from camera to optimize the bullets efficiency. And we uploaded the image and the video into Runway and Instagram. Once we have clips, we brought them into the Premiere, edit, and sound.
And just more.
Generated in 11 minutes. The AI audio tool lets you describe the voices you want, or even clone your own. But I recommend my own character because 11 labs doesn't quite get that inflection. And that song toward the end of the film, maybe it's an AI voice. And yes, the script was written by us humans, not AI. We estimate the total cost has been around $1,000 for Google and Runway's tools. We paid for something, and the company gave us special access to the rights. So why did we put ourselves through all of this? Well, AI isn't perfect, but if we were doing this in real life, we would have needed a crew and a much bigger project. These tools aren't proving scary effects, but they're nothing without input, creativity, and original ideas. As the film hopefully reminded you, we are not robots. Unlike this guy, I love robots. I love robots so much.
Okay, so some creepy moments as well there. And I think if you notice, some of the AI videos still have the creepy characters coming out. So something to watch out for. So we tried out Suno, all the things that they mentioned just now. I'm going to skip the video. It was just a song that came out. We tried 11 labs. Here, if you want to try a Malaysian accent, it's a bit tricky. It doesn't quite get it right. I'll try. See, Shamil, can you try playing that video? Yeah. Yeah. Let me try. Dek, boleh try play the audio tak? Tu yang atas tu. This one. Atas. Kanan. Kanan. Dah. Tu. Yang ada audio button tu. Tak nampak? Oh, ya. Atas. Go up. It's okay lah. I'll skip this. Okay. It was a bit weird lah. The accent. Opus is a quite nifty tool, but this is not so much for content creation, but for editing. So those that do podcasts and long form videos, you can use Opus Clip to do short reels, and it uses AI to pick the best key points or talking points that you have in your long form. Okay, so the point that we really want to try to make right now is that the important part is really how to be a discerning user of AI. Because the tools are so easy to use, there is this trap that you end up churning all kinds of content, but the quality and the creepiness factor is actually quite high. Quality is low, creepiness high. So a few frameworks that I think I just want to leave you guys with in terms of how to develop taste. Because when everything is equal, having good judgment and good taste becomes a differentiating factor. Okay? There's a 5-question framework: building your reference library, never accepting first outputs, create brand prompt libraries, and practice articulation weekly. Okay, so let's look at the first one. All right, evaluate every output. Purpose: does it solve the problem? So this is where having a very clear brief, understanding your marketing objectives is very important. How appropriate is this to your industry or to your business, to your context? How real does it feel? How does it technically look or sound, and does it cut through the noise? But there's a lot of AI slop around, so how do you make sure you cut through? Second, build your reference library. This is where going through a lot of content, your output can only be as good as your input. Okay, screenshot 3 excellent examples daily, write 2 sentences why each works compared to AI slop. Train your eye through repetition, taste developed through 10,000 reps. I mean, these are just some general rules, right? Okay. Number 3, never accept first outputs. The first output trap kills creativity, requires minimum 3 to 5 iterations. AI generates options, humans curate brilliance, and your value is knowing which one matters. So again, human judgment is still very, very important when it comes to using AI tools. And create brand prompt libraries, document your successful prompts, and create your prompt library. Okay, it's about consistency at scale. And this is where the human intervention is important. Do critiques. Stop saying I like it. Start explaining why with specifics. And good taste is about being able to articulate what makes work succeed or fail. Okay. All right. We do have a program that we are running with NPC. If people are interested to sign up, they can take a picture of this. But I'm happy to take any questions if you guys are curious about anything.
Just make a small short announcement.
Okay.
Sorry guys. Okay, in the exhibition hall now, we are having the LNG Green Logistics keynote. So who are interested in that, we are having it in the exhibition hall, the main exhibition hall right now. Thank you.
Okay. So, take a quick photo. Any questions on AI tools and how to create this? I'm happy to take questions now or just chit chat afterwards. Okay. All right. Okay. And for this particular bootcamp, it is focusing on retail and F&B. If you're not a retail and F&B, you can take this one. So this one is a different program by Cyberview. This is a little bit more open, but we do have to charge for this one. Okay, but the early one is for retail and F&B. This one is more open. Okay, open to all. Okay, that's about it. Thank you so much for spending your lunch with us. Any questions? I will be around. Thank you so much. We also can also visit our booth inside. You have a question? Sorry? Terminator. Oh. people have brought that issue up. Sometimes the science fiction is becoming very, very close to science facts, and it is a little bit scary. At the moment, based on current technology, the potential is there. I'm not going to say no, but hopefully people do realize that the safeguards need to be put in place. I think there was a lot of talk about how recently there was a very unfortunate incident where AI coached a young man to commit suicide. So people are realizing that the danger is very, very real. So hopefully the safeguards are being put in place lah. And as a community, we need to educate ourselves a little bit about the risk of using AI, not just for marketing or for creative, but also for personal reasons as well. People use AI as a substitute for real relationships. And this is where we need to watch out for each other in person as well. And whether or not they become killer robots, there are many ways for us to die. They don't have to become killer robots. Even just using chat, it can cause a lot of damage already. Yeah. Thank you so much. Very interesting question. Anybody else? Okay, thank you so much. We take our leave and see you again. Thank you. Do follow us if you're interested to learn more about AI marketing.